Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the AoF Freelance 2002 Showcase. For the last 10 weeks, creatives were placed into groups, and after exercises to help identify their long-term goals, we've selected one project that will help us connect the dots. Now, once a week, these groups would meet over Zoom for feedback, support, and overall accountability. Please note that some of these projects are still works in progress, and we encourage that because how we get to the final path is also very important. Now for this evening, our presentations will be a little bit fast-paced, 3 minutes per performer or per presenter to show what they've been doing in the last 10 weeks. If you are inspired by any of the artists, feel free to reach out in the chat section and also follow their social media handles. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll go ahead and pass the mic over to Danielle.
Hi guys, my name's Danielle and I run the group on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be going first, and Talia is going to be the first person in my group who is doing a continuation of a community documentation project. Talia, are you here?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Take it away.
Okay, great. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Okay. Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. To start things off with the presenting today, I'm going to be sharing trash. And I'm not being figurative, I'm being literal here. I'm going to be sharing a photo project that I've been working on since 2020. Let's see. During the lockdown in Los Angeles, I decided to document my community. However, the abundance of trash on the streets kind of kept stealing my attention, so I started photographing the trash. Thus, Trash Town was born. A lot of litter came from the great exodus of many residents leaving Koreatown and the greater Los Angeles area during the pandemic. So from 2020 to 2021, transportation took a back seat in Koreatown and trassification thrived instead. The photos you're going to see are from that time. Living in one of the strictest cities during the pandemic, I found myself not able to leave my house. I did over a year, and this allowed me to go on walks, and it didn't matter which day of the week I went on walks, which route I took, or what time of day, there's always more trash to be found, more trash to be photographed. I found it funny that the city would put up sanitation stations in the neighborhoods because surrounding these sanitation stations were always bundles of trash everywhere. So the irony was not missed on me at all. As I mentioned, a lot of homeless people came into our neighborhood and they would take the trash that was left behind by the residents and they would find ways to use it for their encampments and their tents as well. So innovation, if you want to call it that. But with their need to take this trash and kind of hoard it, it created problems on the sidewalks for people who wanted to walk. It often was blockades. This is one of the local parks in my neighborhood that I would often go to before the pandemic, but during the pandemic, almost every other day, the trash configuration would change and lots more tents moved into this area, making it an area that you can no longer use. During this time, arson also took over. We don't know who was setting the fires. It's been speculated that it was homeless on homeless crime, but some people also believe it was residents on homeless crime burning their belongings in the trash that they had collected. I would love to say that the trash has been cleaned up in the area, but the trash still continues. So my project still continues. I've continued to photograph Koreatown into this year as well. And I'm thinking about branching out outside of my neighborhood to start capturing other neighborhoods as well, because it's not just Koreatown. And my hope is that enough eyes will land on this project and that the people who are in positions of power or who are running for office will finally stop talking about cleaning up the trash and actually do it. If you want to continue to watch this, follow this project and see where it goes, feel free to download the project here and to sign up with your email so I can send you updates as they come. Thank you.
You can find the link to her website in the chat, where you can get the PDF there. So, all right, next up for my group is David Haskell, and he's been working on a project that is started on the pandemic as well, and I'll have him go from there to let you know exactly what he's doing. David, go ahead.
Thanks so much, Danielle. So if you happen to have any kids, or if you have any friends with kids, there's a really good chance that you've wondered about the children that have been born during quarantine and whether or not the effects of being locked inside with your parents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week might have any unusual side effects. And it turns out that yes, they do. One of the more interesting behavioral trends or phenomena to emerge in childhood development over the last couple of years, as these kids are now getting to be 2 or 3, is this surge in high risk-taking kids. They climb things that they shouldn't climb. They climb too high. They run too fast. They don't take no for an answer. They're crazy as fuck. So we're gonna call them danger babies. And so I've been photographing these danger babies. Let me pull up my thing, my thingy hooger hugger. I've been photographing these danger babies now for the last month. And these images are really meant to be celebratory. A lot of them are girls for whatever reason. And this is Rosie. Rosie plays a game where she will throw a little stuffed animal up on her play structure, and then she'll go right ahead and climb up and hang for a little bit and go and then jump down. She's pretty awesome, Miss Rosie. I tried really hard to, every time I take a photo, I try to anchor it because these kids evoke such a sense of chaos. I want to just juxtapose the images with some sort of grounding thing. A lot of times it's architecture or strong lines that really define the image. Other times it can be the reaction to a sibling or to a parent who are all kind of just flummoxed by it and have really acquiesced to the idea that these kids are just going to do what they want to do. And there's not really any point in fighting it. Rosie will sometimes climb up in the middle of the night and wash her feet for no good reason. Here she is on a basketball hoop. I also have some of this of Lila. Lila's a bit of a climber. She would easily climb this whole house if she was allowed. This is another, like, this is just situation normal for Lila, so she's not really, here she is. I asked her how high she was going to climb. She said she can climb 14 feet. That's how much her parents let her in the tree. This is Molly. Molly's just a crazy motherfucker as well. She's a jumper. And then we got one of Geo in his playground. So yeah, like I said, I try to anchor them with reactions. And here's my call to action for everybody on this call. On my landing page, it's Danielle posted it. I'm not sure if the hyperlink works. Oh, there, now the hyperlink will work. If you go to my website, if you'd like to follow along with this project, please just send your email. If you have a danger baby that you know, please send them my way. This is an ongoing project. I'm just getting started with this. And the goal is to print these, to do large scale prints of these in an artistic fashion. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, David. All right, and the last person in my group before me is Joshua, and he's had a change in his project. I will let him explain that to you. Joshua, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi everyone. Let me share my screen. Originally my project was to photograph something centered around basketball and interrogating the idea of hypermasculinity in the Black community. And I was really intent on doing that in my hometown. Well, I guess the town I live in right now, Buffalo, New York. But what quickly happened was that plan was curtailed by the mass shooting that occurred on May 14th. And so my project quickly changed because I was thrust to the front lines of providing coverage of the event for outlets such as NBC and later in that week for Time Magazine as well. And it was a lot to I guess carry, just because it was a very quick change of pace. I had been planning on going full-time freelance or independent work for some time, and this tragedy put me at the front lines and kind of forced me into that in a sense of controlling or helping to display this narrative. And so eventually what ended up happening was through speaking with my constituents and the cohort, just shifting the focus into a more so of a marketing project. So the website that you're seeing before you right now is a fully remodeled website that contains updated work, all of my most recent publications, and essentially what is the earliest iteration of my work as a newly full-time independent photographer. Some of these projects, for example, this one right here with the worker here, the welder, is going to turn into an ongoing project focused on Buffalo being a steel city, and how the remnants of that have permutated throughout the city, how that still remains as a part of the history. So this is some of my BTS work as well, and then continued coverage of the Buffalo shooting, and just assorted work that has come in a very short time leading up to and around the time that I've been working independently. But here on my website, I have a landing form. So I'm looking to build meaningful connections, to continue to do meaningful work, and yeah, that's pretty much the long and short, tall and skinny of my time with art freelance. So thanks.
Thanks, Joshua. All right, and yeah, we had, our group had a time for these 10 weeks, so we had a lot going on with a lot of different people. So, and if you give me one moment, I will just pull up my own information here. I always tell my group that things change, that your information is going to change, that probably your project's going to change, and yeah, we were all the embodiment of that this year, most of us. So including myself. I had my project all set to go, and then my person I was going to be shooting got COVID, and then I got COVID, and then she had a bleed in her brain from COVID. So there was the recovery from that. So what I have to show is the stuff I got done before we both got COVID. So I'll just show that right now. And I was working on a shoot for brand photographs. The person I was shooting is a digital artist and is creating textiles to make clothes. So what I did was have a model and just got some of her clothes that she had provided for me and was doing brand shooting for her. There was the part of the project was going to be to do environmental portraits of her working, her process, that sort of thing. That's been moved until such point as she's able to do that, because right now it's just it's not feasible for her. So this is what I have of my project so far, and then it'll be continuing in the future when I'm able to do the environmental portraits, and then they'll be added to my website to start doing work with branding and with more commercial branding for different businesses in the area that I've moved to. And that is it for me. And if the next guide would like to go ahead.
Hello. So my group also had quite a time. A lot of us took on some super ambitious projects, and I think a lot of people weren't able to meet the deadline, but their projects are super cool. There were some people that I believe did finish but weren't able to make it today. So today it is myself and Mariah. So Mariah is a super amazing illustrator, and she's done some really fantastic movie posters to add to her website and portfolio. So go ahead, Mariah.
Awesome, thank you. Let me share my screen. So for this project, I chose to illustrate some alternative movie posters, and overall, I wanted to just create a cohesive set of illustrations that I could add to my portfolio. I wanted to find new ways to stretch myself creatively when thinking about these movie posters. I wanted to stick with a consistent color palette and a consistent set of media. I do everything digitally, so I work on Procreate on my iPad. And all this with the idea maybe that one day I could provide illustrations or art direction for book covers or maybe even movie posters. So the first movie I did was Cool Hand Luke, one of the classics, starring Paul Newman. These are the two drafts I came up with. These were mostly informed by movie stills and just photography that I could find online about the movie. And here are the resulting finals. The next movie I chose was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And if you haven't seen this one, in it, Jim Carrey, the main character, fights to keep his memory of his girlfriend Clementine alive. So I thought number 2 best illustrated that theme and also just looked the most visually appealing to me. So here's a progress shot on the left and the final on the right. And all of these were done in mostly graphite, charcoal, and pen. And the last movie was Amélie, which is a French movie, kind of like a cult indie classic. I came up with 3 different designs for this one, and these are the 2 resulting finals. I like the one on the left because it's more simplistic than a lot of the stuff I've done before, and it showcases her iconic hairstyle there. And then the one on the right is just visually appealing to me, so I did that one as well. And yeah, so here are the 5 all put together. I'm happy with them overall. I think they all look good together, and I like the color palette I chose as well. So if you guys want to take a closer look at these, you can check out my Instagram, or they're up on my website as well. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.
So that was great. I don't know how to follow that up. Amazing, Mariah. So my name is Alyssa, and I'm a photographer. Let me just share my screen over here. Okay, so What I decided to do for my project was I wanted to do kind of like a fashion editorial, something for fun. I wanted something that was kind of bright, something that was a little bit vintagey, filmy, nostalgic sort of feeling. I shot in my backyard. I wanted kind of just these feelings of like it's a hot summer day. Everyone's just having a great time, So these are kind of what I came up with. So it's been a while since I've done just like a fun fashion-y editorial. So I had a whole team working with me. We had someone to come in and do these fantastic braids. I had a cool makeup artist. Tried to find some wardrobe that was kind of, bright and colorful, a little bit 70s inspired. And yeah, thankfully the weather pulled through. It was a nice sunny day. I also got to use some kind of like designer blue shoes, which we sort of featured here. Yeah, I think these two girls work really well together, and I really got this kind of fun, warm summer vibe going. And yeah, it's been a while. I got to use some experimental processes. So I got to use like a prism lens filter. I did some kind of more artsy techniques. I used a wide angle lens for some of the shots. And I usually don't get to do that kind of stuff for my client work. So it was fun to just get to experiment a little bit. Yeah, I think we had a really great time, and I'm really happy with these photos. I'll probably put some of these on my website. They just feel really great. And I also bought a kiddie pool and put the kiddie pool in my backyard, and I put one of my vinyl backdrops back there and had some fun kind of shooting in the water of this pool. Another thing that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. So yeah, this was a really fun shoot, and I'm glad I got these edited because we shot quite late on in the process. But yeah, I'm happy with them. So here's my contact info. I've got my website and I've got my social media. It's just my name. Yeah, just stop sharing my screen here. Thank you. I'll put my website in the chat too.
All right, hello guys. We're gonna be showing the last group of the day. My name is Fernando. My group met on Mondays at 9 o'clock. And the first person that we're gonna start off our group with, her name is Regina. She's gonna be coming in live from Chicago.
Hi everyone, let me share my screen. Okay, I'm Regina. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I am a dual career photographer and data analyst who loves reading, crafting. I make tons of lists and I collect Funko Pops. My current work centers around just the normal portraits of families and their children. With the Art of Freelance project, I wanted to transition my work away from just the traditional portraits to incorporating lifestyle, editorial, branding, and commercial photography featuring kids. I did that by researching some photographers that I loved. I looked at some editorials, magazines, and some local periodicals and newspapers in Chicago to see, the trends and what was going on. I also did a model call and I took some pictures to Portfolio Build to switch out my portfolio. And these are some of the images that I came up with. I like shooting kids because I know a lot of people say that it's kind of stressful and kids aren't easy to photograph, but for me, it's kind of stress-free just to get, the personality of the kids in the pictures and just capture them that way. What I want to do for the rest of the year with this project is help small businesses with branding stories and create for larger businesses that need more diverse content. I essentially want to be known as a content creator who does brand photography, editorials, and lifestyle photography. And here are a couple of more images for what I want to turn my portfolio to. And I also want to do more seasonal photography to put up on my website, just so I can put these on Instagram and, you know, get more jobs that way with this type of work. So if anybody knows someone in the Chicago area who's looking for a branding photographer who loves to take images of kids, here's my information, all in one slide. I can be reached at Margina Montgomery everywhere. Thank you.
Great job, Gina. All right, guys, next up, we're gonna have Mark. Mark is gonna be coming in from Portland, Oregon.
Hey guys. Okay, let's see if this old man can do this. Okay. Okay, hello, I'm Mark. I'm a set designer, prop stylist living in Portland, Oregon. I wanted to use the Art of Freelance shop to basically rebrand my business and career. I started my career on an odd TV show called Twin Peaks in Seattle, and it helped me understand that making art can also influence culture and society, even if it's not ready for it. Moved to LA, worked 22 years, and now I just want to get into public works and design. Okay. The history of where I live in St. John's, they're going to be digging up the rails, which are 130 years old, and I'm going to be making, I have 6 options for an art rail project. There's St. John's. We got the Columbia River, Lewis and Clark, and then this is the Willamette. It's called the Peninsula. First project I want to do, or option, would be the St. John's Rail Heart Wall. This would be neon. It's based off Tanner Springs Park in downtown Portland. And then an amazing artist, because there was so much hate in the world last year, Roman put this love sign on Green Anchors Pier, which is kind of a artist hangout point, which is at the base of the St. John's Bridge. The other one that I'm thinking about is we have arches everywhere, and this is the base of the St. John's Bridge. Want to play off this arch, light it up, and kind of a welcome to St. John's. Second one is the bridge itself. Instead of doing the Gothic windows here, do hearts, because we all love St. John's and the bridge. This, because Portland, bumper stickers, and I have a Subaru. I love St. John's. Backlit, neon, whole 9 yards, and these are the rails. This one seems to be winning because Portland's weird. And so the next one would be Big Little Town. Bigfoot is the inspiration. And the last would be Lombard rails. This is the actual system and the rails that are going to be tore up from the street. STJ was the streetcar tag on the streetcar back in the day. The location is still up in the air, but I'm hoping that we'll work with US Bank. I have St. John's Boosters Club and the St. John's Museum working with me. Want to put it here, put a pine tree here, and be done with it. It's ugly right now, and the idea is just to use the rails to beautify North Lombard Street. I'm looking for a $200,000 grant. We look like, fingers crossed, looks like it's good. I will keep you posted. We will get starting in the next month, and then we'll install it in the springtime. Fingers crossed. And that's it. I just need to share. Sorry, guys.
Great job, Mark. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Next up, we're going to have Art of Freelance alumni Simone. Simone, the floor is yours.
Hi. Okay. Hey, guys. My name is Simone Lewick, and I'm a photographer, and I currently stop laughing because I can't. And I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now. Let's see. I'm just trying to find my presentation. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh no. Okay, that went so fast. So I'm a photographer, and let's see, I lived in Los Angeles for about 10 years, and I was, my sort of style is sort of inspired by my time in LA, and then it's a little bit balanced out by being a Minnesotan, I guess. Okay. Oh, Fernando. Okay, just 1 second. Hold on a second. And here we go. Here we go. 1 minute. I'm probably already 1 minute in, but mine's really short, so that's okay. And let's see. Okay, no, that's not it. Sorry. Oh, here it is. Here we are. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, no?
No.
I have to share my screen. Okay, Brianna, you want to skip me? I'm having trouble finding the share my screen button. Hold on. Cause it's not lit up for some reason. It's not lit up, but share my screen. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, hold on. There it is. I've only done this 800 times in class. Share screen. I just can't. I get like performance anxiety. Can you see it now? Okay. Okay. So this is, so a year ago when I took my first Art of Freelance workshop was amazing. And I did this photo shoot called The Glamper, and I've been trying to turn it into a book for about a year, or like a booklet, and I never have gotten around to it. So I decided to do that in this class, or in this section, and it was really such a fun section, and I got so much inspiration from my cohort, and but anyway, so I was very slow, and I only really got the cover done. That took about 4 weeks. So here's the cover, and I hope you like it. And then the font, I ended up actually ripping off Twin Peaks because of Mark's history working on Twin Peaks. And anyway, this is the cover, and the project is called The Glamper. And it's like this is like a spread, so it's showing you the 2 pages. And then I started with a definition: glamper, glamping, glampy. A glamper is a person that is often found in the woods or at a campsite. She is engaged in the activities of glamping. Glamping is a portmanteau of glamorous and camping. A portmanteau is a suitcase that opens in 2 equal parts. A glamper must be equal parts glampy and campy. And then I have a layout and another layout. And that's all I have for right now. But it will be finished eventually. And I'm sure if you want to see more, or if you would like me to send you a book, I would love to share it with you once it's printed. And my Instagram is right there, and my website, and my name is Simone Lewick, and thank you. Okay,
Great job, Simone.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Next up is going to be me, Fernando. So, my name is Fernando Guerrero. This is actually my third time doing Art of Freelance. The first two times I did Art of Freelance, I focused on this website. This website's called guerrerophotos.com, and I focused on building my portfolios a little bit better. But what I did for this last 10 weeks was I focused on my fine art store, which is linked from the website, also called guerrerophotos.com, and I'm hosting it off of Shopify. So I just wanted to take you guys through a little bit of this new online store. What I did first was create a catalog, and the catalog mainly is around Paris. This is called my French Glue series, and for all of you photo history junkies, Paris, or actually photography, starts in Paris. So I thought it was very cool to link that first. Other than my Paris fine art, I'm going to be showing some fine art burlesque and some gay pinup I'm going to be adding on towards the end. Let me just go ahead and show you some of these images. Cool. So these are the images I have. This is actually under the Eiffel Tower. And what I've chosen to do is 3 different sizes, almost like a small, medium, large. And within those different sizes, they come in editions of 12 for the smaller pieces, editions of 8 for the mediums, and editions of 5 for the large. Everything would be printed on metallic pearl, or most of the prints are on metallic pearl, and they would be also signed on the back and given a certificate of authenticity. So a few more things that we would be doing for this store is monthly we'd be adding new work, and we're going to be adding in more affordable options like postcards and bundles of 8x10s. So I just wanted to show you guys a few more of the photos. Cool. This is one of my favorites. And you get an idea of what the image looks like and the sizes that it comes with. And other than that, guys, it was a great honor to set the time because I've always wanted to do an online store. And this was the best time to pick 10 weeks to just focus on everything and to make sure it's ready for launch. So again, guys, my name is Fernando Guerrero. If you guys would like to support, please go ahead and on the website, we have a contact section. And you can message us there to get on our mailing list. And thank you guys for tuning in or allowing me to share my story with you. Thanks so much. All right, guys, up next, we're gonna have Grant.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me, please? Hello? That's sure. Hello? Okay, okay, yes, clear. So, I'm Grant. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a creative director, a photographer, and a designer. The title of my project is Some Friendship. So, this the photographs in this project portrays a future society where there is a unity in gender diversity and no gender identity discrimination.
Hi, Gran. I think your sound is low, so it's really hard to hear what you're saying.
Oh my. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, hello, can you hear me? My
Grant, is there a chance that maybe you have some text you could share with us in the chat? We're having a hard time hearing you.
Let me use my other. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. So the photos were taken in Lagos, Nigeria, at Ilashel Beach, at the outset of summer. This project actually is also portrays the different kinds of sexuality, relationship, and activity that the beach witnesses in summer. Okay, and in summer, mostly people come out in open spaces like the beachside to hang out with family and friends, while others come to get in the water, some to tan, some to socialize, and some to have sex. The summer season is in this project, is quite symbolic. It begins in the month of June, same as the Pride Month. It also symbolizes the sun, the light, and under the light, everything is revealed. Under the light, people are enlightened of what is. There is no more hiding, and people are free to be themselves. Yeah, and for the last photo, there's freedom. Yes. So at the beginning of this workshop, I had two major goals, which were subdivided into three. And these goals are firstly to get my art published by international publishers. Secondly, to get international invitations to exhibit my art. Lastly, to get represented by or signed into an international creative agency. So please, I'm actually making a request to everyone who can support me in this course to please do. And you can contact me via email, via WhatsApp, or via Instagram. Yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thanks to AoF Freelance for this great opportunity. I'm grateful, and God bless.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for presenting, Grant. All right, guys, and last presenter we have is Flaw. She's going to be coming in from New York.
All right, everyone. Am I on? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, hi from New York. So my name is Flaminia. I'm a Brooklyn-based commercial and portrait photographer. So usually my work has a pretty consistent style. I do love color, and this style kind of translates both in studio and location. Now, originally, my plan for this workshop was to continue a series that I started a while back, featuring queer individuals that I meet while traveling. But thanks to COVID, last minute, I had to cancel all my plans and kind of like reassess the situation. So learning how to shoot film has been something that I always wanted to do. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity for me to challenge myself. So I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So the images I'm going to show you are all shot in black and white film last month while I was traveling west. Can you guys see? Yeah, I'm on. So this presentation is called Waves of Grain because it's very dramatic. Just kidding. So the film was scanned and it was a little grainy. So I thought like, let's just take the opportunity to make it fun. And I kind of, well, what's happening? I'm not in control. So I kind of presented the images in a way as a kind of a juxtaposition between nature in its vastness and resilience and our human experience as creatures in transit. So this is the result. It's going pretty fast. My first time shooting film, I think I had a lot of fun seeing like what I like to photograph when there is no agenda. Because again, I do work a lot of commercial stuff. Yeah, I had fun.
I could only see the title page. Couldn't see the
Oh,
image.
really? Oh, the images are showing here. Hold on. You guys didn't see this? Hold on. Is it sharing? New share. Sorry. Oh, that didn't work out well. Sorry, guys. Can you guys see this now?
Yeah, we can see the end page. Lots. If you just want to
Perfect. So we're gonna do this again. Are we on now? Perfect.
Still on the end page.
Still on the end page?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening? I think Zoom is failing us. I don't know to click. How about now?
Yeah, now it's moving.
Okay, but we should go to the first page. Let me just, this is awkward. We'll just do this like that, all right. This is awful. Sorry. Is it moving now?
Yes.
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 Thank you, sorry. It's not going farther, no? Are we? Yeah. So I usually shoot very straight up, but when I reframed it, I was like, you know what? I don't want to shoot straight up. So this was kind of interesting to see what I like to shoot. And now we got to the end. So yeah, that was it. My first experience shooting film. Stop share. Okay, done. I think it was the last one, right?
Yes, great job, Flaw. Awesome. All right, guys. And that is the end of tonight's day one showcase for Art of Freelance. Thank you for everyone who attended and congratulations to all the presenters. Make sure to come in tomorrow for day two of Art of Freelance. And other than that, thank you so much for coming today, guys. Yay, round of applause for everybody.